Hi everybody, welcome to something a little unique. I'm going to be talking about Games Workshop and the top 5 things that I would like to see happen by the time we get back to this time next year, 2018. What are the 5 things that I would love to see from Games Workshop? Well, without further ado, why don't we start at number 5. One of the things that I would love to see is that somehow, some way, Games Workshop was able to work out a deal with Fantasy Flight Games and redo Forbidden Stars. Forbidden Stars is, if you've watched my top 50 games of all time, ranks in the top 50, but it needs expansions desperately. I would love to see Fantasy Flight take this over and actually do something awesome and bring the Necrons, the Terrornet, heck, add the Dark Eldar. So many different things that you can do. I would love to see it, and I would love to see the different map pieces, expand the game a little bit, add a little bit, take a little bit away. I don't care. I want to see more, and maybe even more units, an expansion with more units for the actual game itself, more Space Marines. Maybe we do some Blood Angels, maybe we do a whole bunch of different chapters, Dark Angels. There's no end that you could do with what I consider a very good 4X game. So at number 4, I would love to see Forbidden Stars beefed up a little bit. No, number 5, excuse me. At number 4, a couple of things that I would really like to see done is, dear God Almighty, please, even though we are in the age of Sigmar, bring back Mordheim. Bring it back. We still have rats. Just tweak it. Whatever. Dwarves. Whatever. Whoever. Make the war bands. They're still out there. I like what they're doing with the skirmish level stuff, but I want Mordheim. I want the city of Mordheim. I want to be looking for Warpstone. Bring it back, please. Redone edition. You're doing all this wonderful terrain for all these other games. Just bring back and redo Mordheim. I swear you guys would do fantastic with that. I love Mordheim, and I know a lot of you do too. And after seeing what they're doing with Necromunda, you can even give us something like that, but I don't know about the whole Necromunda thing with the boards and all that stuff. But I'm willing to give it a shot, because at least Games Workshop is trying and making a turn and remembering its history, as well as trying to move forward. There's a good balance of what they're trying to do. They're not forgetting about some of us old gamers that still have a little pocket change to spend. And we will drop it every single time that you mention some of these words that I'm mentioning. Mordheim, Blood Bowl, Necromunda. It sells out instantaneously. All you have to do is make it happen. So Games Workshop, come on. Do it. Mordheim. Let's see it in the next year. And number 3. This I would really love to see, is that they bring back some of the smaller box set games that they used to do. I would love to see Dungeon Bowl come back. I love Dungeon Bowl. You brought back Blood Bowl, thank you so much. But I would love to see Dungeon Bowl come back. I would like to see the Terrornet game that they had at one point come back. I like what they're doing with the box sets, like the Horus Heresy stuff, but let's see you do more things with those, but with maybe some fantasy stuff, like the new game that they have coming out. But also, let's not just do Space Marines on Space Marines. Let's just do more things. I would like to see the Eldar take on the Necrons. Let's do a board game with that. Let's do and just dance around and do different things. They've done so many awesome games back in the day. I would love to see more of these box sets, but in different time periods. I'd like to see more for fantasy, even though they have the new one coming out very soon, the Shadowspire. which looks really good, but again, it's a fight that we fought already. Okay, the Age of Sigmar, the Sigmar guys, and of course Chaos. Well, let's see something different. Mix it up a little bit. Come on now, you guys are smart. You guys are all the brain trust there. Let's mix it up. So at number 3, let's bring back some of the older games so we can get some of those other armies involved in some of these great board games that you're putting out. I would love to see it. Number 2. Well, number 2 is very, very, very simple. And it's something that I would love to see happen. We have Age of Sigmar. We love Age of Sigmar. Okay? But, my God, give us back fantasy. Give us back the rank and file system of fantasy. It's what so many people love. They love it to death. Listen, it's not too hard to put some of those guys, to make them a little smaller and put them on square bases. You'll find that you can have your skirmish type of battle, but give us the big armies. Give us the big regiment armies with rank and file. I loved Warhammer Fantasy, and I would love to see it come back in another edition. If you want to add the Age of Sigmar in there, that's great. But let's just update the rules, fix all the things that were broken with the last edition, and either come out with a really good book and some new models and stuff like that. Believe me, people would buy in without even thinking twice. And the number one thing that I would love to see next year is one of my favorite games of all time is Space Hulk. I love Space Hulk. It needs an expansion. Give us Deathwing. Give us Jeanstealer. Give us all the things that we want so we can expand probably one of your still most famous games. You came out and you redid the set and made it absolutely beautiful, but we need that expansion. Give us the Deathwing. Give us the Jeanstealer Expansion. The Jeanstealer Expansion was awesome because you gave us rules where we can do all kinds of different things. Some more tiles. You guys, come on. It's not that hard. It's a classic game, and an expansion would be awesome for it, and it's one of the things that I would like to see most out of Games Workshop. Well, those are my top 5 things, but maybe you disagree. Maybe there are other things that you would like to see, like, oh, I don't know, maybe you would like to see another Man of War come out. I know I would, but it wasn't in my top 5. Or maybe you just would like to see them scrap Age of Sigmar and just come back with fantasy itself, or maybe some other things that you guys I haven't thought of. I would love to hear from you, and your comments, either email me at novaprime860, or of course just leave something in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on what I think as well as what you think, and that I would enjoy very much. So until next time, I'm Rob Orn, and we'll see you soon.